Okay, like many people I know, I was very skeptical about these big corporations collecting your DNA data and profiting off of it. But last year about this time, I decided to take the plunge for two reasons. Number one was my cousin James. He's where my journey started. See, James was adopted, and he found his biological family through Ancestry DNA. I'm a member of that biological family. There's a slide missing. Then the second was my pastor speaking to slavery and saying that the descendants of slaves were not, the current white people are not all descendants of slave owners. However, that reminded me of a very interesting fact, which is that the black people are the descendants of slave owners. You see, slaves often impregnated black women, raised their children to be their slaves, and then disinherited them. So I started on my journey, and at first it was really simple. Went back a couple of generations, knew who the people were, and then Ancestry DNA gives you hints to help you go a little deeper. However, those hints only went so far. You see, I could only go far as the Emancipation Proclamation, except for one line, which was my grandmother, until my DNA results came in. And I saw my DNA results, and they weren't terribly surprising, 68% African, 36% European, but the big surprises were no indigenous and South Asian. Like, where did that come from? Especially since my family had all this history about our Lumbee traditions. So I went ahead and I traced my family and kept going, and Ancestry kept sending the hints, and they kept going and they kept going, and then I found this really fascinating figure, and his name was John Pierre Burr. John Pierre Burr was born in 1792 in the West Indies, and even though he looked white, he wasn't white. So as part of my quest to find my white ancestors as well as my black ancestors, I kept going. And I found the hint that led me to Aaron Burr. And I thought, no way, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously? And I checked and I rechecked, and sure enough, killer of Hamilton, vice president to Jefferson, my great-great-great-great-grandfather. You see, Theodosia Burr had a maidservant named Mary Emmons. Her original name was Eugenie Beauharnais. And she had traveled from Calcutta, India, to Haiti, where she met one John Marcus Prevost, the British officer. And he took her back to New Jersey to work for Theodosia. After Officer Prevost passed away, Mary Emmons, who had then changed her name, decided to stay on with Theodosia, who then married Aaron Burr. So Mary stays with the family, and then things started to happen. Let's see. 1792, John Pierre was born. Louisa Carroll was born in 1788. Theodosia died in 1794. Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr were elected in 1800. I'll let you do the math. You see, our founding fathers, Jefferson and Burr, had a few children of color while they served in the White House. They were not acknowledged. They did not get an inheritance. And Aaron and Mary stayed together for 39 years. Aaron Burr went to the College of New Jersey, AKA Princeton University. His father and grandfather were also presidents, but John Pierre was denied admission to Princeton. Instead, he became a conductor on the Underground Railroad, where he used the fact that he could pass for white to walk people to their freedom. So that's America in black and white, where whiteness means you have nothing of anything else, and blackness means you probably got a little bit of everything. And I thought to myself, wow, makes you really think about it. You see, people on the street, maybe someone in this room could be your family.